Hello, everybody. Good morning, and welcome back once again to Easy English Explanation by Pooja Joshi. So, here we start with the fourth chapter of Moments book, Standard 9th NCERT Supplementary Reader Book, chapter number 4 In the Kingdom of Fools. So, have you ever got a chance to be with fools, in the company of fools? Better dare not. So here's one story in which it tells that it is better to avoid the company of fools, or an intelligent, dangerous enemy is better than a fool friend. So better beware of fools. Here one guru and his disciple, his shishya, goes to a kingdom where that kingdom is a kingdom of fools. So what all happens? How do they deal with that? What all problems are there? Let's just see in this humorous yet an interesting story of the guru and disciple. So first let me read it out for you, and then we will have the word meaning as well as the explanation. So let's start, but don't forget, if not yet, then subscribe my channel at the earliest, and don't forget to like and give comments to my videos. In the kingdom of fools, it is believed that fools are so dangerous that only wise people can manage them. So how this wise guru and shishya, that disciple, was able to manage with the kingdom of fools, we'll see in this lesson and the story. Who are the fools in the story? What happens to them? How do they live their life? And how it is very, very dangerous to live in the kingdom of fools. Let's see. In the kingdom of fools, both the king and the minister were idiots. They didn't want to run things like other kings, so they decided to change night into day and day into night. They ordered that everyone should be awake at night, till their fields, and run their businesses only after dark, and go to bed as soon as the sun came up. Anyone who disobeyed would be punished with death. The people did as they were told for fear of death. The king and the minister were delighted at the success of their project. One day, a guru and his disciple arrived in the city. It was a beautiful city. It was broad daylight, but there was no one about. Everyone was asleep, not a mouse stirring. Even the cattle had been taught to sleep by day. The two strangers were amazed by what they saw around them, and wandered around town till evening, when suddenly the whole town woke up and went about its nightly business. So let's see this first paragraph of the lesson. Here there was a kingdom of fools. And why they are called fools? Let's see. King and minister both were idiots, because they thought that everybody runs in a particular situation, everybody runs their administration. So let's change the administration and run it in some different manner than others. So you know already that generally we all keep awake at the daytime and sleep at night. So here they ordered that night should be changed into day and day activities should be changed into night. Then they ordered everyone that everyone should be awake at night. Whole night they should be awake, and in the morning they should run their businesses, they should work in their fields, and they should carry on with the work which we people usually do during the daytime. Just they wanted to do something different from others. Then they had ordered everybody that they should go to bed. People should go to bed as soon as the sun came up. And as soon as the night starts, they should start with their businesses and work. If anybody doesn't follow that order, they will be punished with the death punishment. It was an order by the king. So people, by the fear of death, afraid of dying, they followed whatever their king and minister told them to do. The king and minister were delighted at the success of their project. Whatever they had thought, it was a success. People blindly, they had to follow their king and the minister. One day, one guru and his disciple, his follower, his shishya came to that place, but they saw that whole daytime not even a single mouse was stirring. Stirring means moving. They saw that nobody was there. Here she is stirring. Stirring means moving. Then even the cattle, they had also been taught. Cattle slept through the daytime. And it was a very, very beautiful city. Broad daylight was there, but nobody was there. Not even cattle were there. So two strangers were amazed. Amazed means surprised that they saw a town which was very beautiful, but nobody moved in there during the daytime. As soon as it was night time, everybody woke up and started with their own nightly businesses of going to school and opening their shops, going to fields for tilling their fields. The two men were hungry. As they went round the town for the whole day, both the men were hungry. Now that the shops were open, they went to buy some groceries. To their astonishment, they found that everything cost the same, a single dudu. Whether they bought a measure of rice or a bunch of bananas, it cost a dudu. The guru and his disciple were delighted. They had never heard of anything like this. They could buy all the food they wanted for a rupee. Now the second paragraph of this story. Both were hungry and now at night time the shops were open. So they went to buy some groceries to prepare their food like rice, pulses, ghee and whatever. Then to their astonishment means to their surprise, they found that everything could be bought in a single dudu. Single dudu means single rupee. Here, single dudu. Dudu means a single rupee, the currency of that town. Whether they bought a measure of rice or they bought a bunch of bananas or they bought whatever, they had to pay only a single rupee for that. That was the system of the town. The guru and his disciple were very, very delighted. Delighted means happy. They had never heard of such thing. And they could buy all the food they wanted only for a rupee. They were very happy by this. When they had cooked and eaten, the guru realized that this was a kingdom of fools and it wouldn't be a good idea for them to stay there. This is no place for us. Let's go, he said to his disciple. But the disciple didn't want to leave the place. Everything was cheap here. All he wanted was good, cheap food. So here what happens? When they had cooked their food and they had eaten, Guru was very wise. He asked his disciple that we should not stay in kingdom of fools. It is very dangerous to stay in the company of fools. What they may do to you the next moment you never know. But the disciple was very greedy. He loved the idea that everything could be bought only for a single dudu, a single rupee. So he wanted to eat well, he wanted to have good cheap food. So for that he wanted to stay there. Then the Guru said, "They all are fools. This won't last very long. You can't tell what they will do to you next. This all kingdom of fools, it will not last very long. The fools, what they would do with you next, what is the planning in their mind, you can never tell and know." But the disciple wouldn't listen to the Guru's wisdom. He wanted to stay. The Guru finally gave up and said, "Do what you want. I am going," and left. The disciple stayed on, ate his fill every day, bananas and ghee, and rice and wheat, and grew fat like a street side sacred bull. Now, Guru explained, tried to make him understand that you should not stay at this place, but the disciple won't listen anything. He did not listen to Guru's words of wisdom, knowledge and experience. Then Guru finally gave up. Gave up means left him on himself. He just gave up the plan to explain and convince the disciple. And he said that, okay, you can do whatever you want. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. But I will not stay here. I'll go from here. And disciple was very, very happy. He ate a good amount of food as he was able to buy for only a single dudu. He ate rice, he ate wheat, he ate ghee, he ate bananas, and he grew fat and fat like a sacred street side bull, like a bull of the god, sacred bull. I'll show you the picture of sacred bull. Yes, here can you see picture of good big thick sacred bull. See even here. Okay. Now coming back here. Yes. Now one bright day a thief broke into a rich merchant's house. He had made a hole in the wall and sneaked in. And as he was carrying out his loot, the wall of the old house collapsed on his head and killed him on the spot. His brother ran to the king and complained, "Your Highness, when my brother was pursuing his ancient trade, a wall fell on him and killed him. This merchant is to blame. He should have built a good strong wall. You must punish the wrongdoer and compensate the family for this injustice." Here one now the real story begins here. One good fine day, a thief, he carried on his ancient business of doing the theft. He broke into means he came inside secretly in the house of a rich merchant. He made a hole in the wall and through that he sneaked in. Sneaked in means slowly, secretly, without knowing, he came inside the house. And as he was carrying out his business, his loot, the wall of the old house collapsed on him. Collapsed on his head means it just broke and fall on his head. Broke and shattered on his head. And he was dead instantly. The thief was dead because the wall of the house was it fell on him, it collapsed on him, so he was dead. But the thief's brother, he ran to the king to complain that, "Your Highness, the dear king, my brother was carrying out his ancient trade." Which ancient trade, children? The ancient trade of doing the loot or the theft, and a wall fell on him and killed him. The wall should have been strong enough so he is able to loot and do the theft properly. It should not be so weak. it fell on my brother's head and my brother got killed on the spot. So please do something. I want money. I want compensation for that. And you must punish the wrongdoer who had built that wall, or whose house is that. So you must find out the wrongdoer and just punish him for this injustice he has done to my brother. With this, I end the first part of the Kingdom of Fools, lesson number 4 in Moments Supplementary book of Standard 9th. So, we'll meet again in the second session as early as possible. Keep in touch with your studies. Bye bye. See you.